Are you heartbroken or still diving through dreams and memories of times spent with a certain ex? Are you still thinking about them? But at the same time, you're blaming them for stealing your joy, your happiness, your life from you. See, in such a situation, most likely they were not necessarily the right person for you. And in this case, it is only your fault. This is something that, unfortunately, only people who are mature enough will realize. And even many of those will not truly accept such a truth because it means that they admit that they are wrong, and not everyone is ready to admit that they are wrong. See, nobody steals your happiness, your joy, your life, your expectations from you. Yes, nobody is capable of doing this. And the problem is, yes, people who, especially those that are vampiric by nature, yes, they can steal your energy, but not your joy. They cannot steal your happiness, your dreams, and the such. So, why do people feel empty after a separation? See, a separation is not something that naturally makes you feel void, yes? And it's not a separation that hurts, it is the attachments that you have created. And the problem is, you have not just created attachments towards that person, you have created memories, yes? Those memories are like living beings, yes? They are vividly existing within you. And like any other cycle, they will repeat. You will crave the comfort of those. The biggest problem, the biggest challenge people will have to face is when they have to face memories. Yes, because a memory is something that has been impregnated in your own being through constantly repeating certain things. And not only just that, but also becoming comfortable. So, therefore, not only an attachment towards something, but at the same time, a comfort towards that attachment. Because in many situations, we all just long for love. We all just long for some affection. Everything else is more or less optional. But in the case of most people, everyone wants some recognition, some affection. Yes, especially since the feminine grace, the feminine energy has been missing from this society for thousands of years. We all carry the pains and misaccomplishments of our ancestors, and obviously the pains and the sufferings and definitely their lacks. Yes, and lack of a feminine grace leads to aggressive decisions. Yes, to the ritualistic masculine energy. Yes, the lower energy, the lower version of the masculine energy. Yes, the survival oriented one. And the point is, people have to understand nobody has stolen anything from you. You have just lived a comfortable illusion. You have programmed your mind to believe that that person is the only one that can make you happy. Because these things stem first and foremost from an ancestral suffering, that of not feeling worthy of anything. Yes? Does this feel truthful? Does this feel strong to you? Because I assure you, almost every human being on this planet is suffering because of that. Because of lack of emotional touch, lack of emotional approach from parents and from anyone. Yes? Nowadays, simply the game has changed. It stepped up to the final level, which will make or break everyone. Yes, people who are sensitive will find a way. People who are not sensitive, well, they will break one way or another, or they will simply adapt and adjust and, well, raise to a new level of existence where they find out that ignorance is never a bliss. It is only the bliss of those who rule the ignorance. Yes, I've never seen a happy ignorant. They may pretend they are happy, but they are just miserable and crumbling deeply within. So when you are thinking that you are not worthy of anything, you will simply live life as a dead being. Suddenly someone makes you smile, someone makes you laugh a few times, you feel a bit more alive. And in time you create an attachment, a set of attachments then towards that being, that they are the only one supposed to make you feel good. They are the only one to make you laugh, to make you feel alive. Yes, that is a big problem because you're creating attachments. And then the more time you spend with that person, you're also creating memory, which is hard to come by. Yes? You may simply have suddenly a quarrel, you break up, you no longer talk, but the memory will be there. Yes, that is why you have all those recurring thoughts. Not necessarily because you liked those moments. Yes, because suddenly when you broke up, you decided that everything was bad. But the pleasantry of the moments, or the illusion of the pleasantry of the moments, depending whether um it was a narcissistic, parasitic relationship, or whether it was just a genuine one. You know, some people just meet, but they are not yet ready. Yes, they will break up, and in some people's cases, well, they will simply meet yet again when the time is right. Yes, forces in cosmos go their own way. You do not have to waste time trying to comprehend them. Your mind will never be able to comprehend them naturally. Spiritual practices and the such might even take you day, well, not days, years, maybe lifetimes, yes, but they are still possible. But what I'm trying to say in this video is that people forget that nobody can steal your happiness. It's just you programming your mind that someone can bring happiness into your life. Before you find someone that you might want to marry or someone that you might want to have a relationship with, how about you start fixing the mess that you are in your life? Because you have to comprehend one thing. Being a mess in your life is technically, in a way, the biggest blessing a person can have at a certain moment in life. Why? Because when you're a mess, it technically is the best, right? You're at 0%. Everything is faulty. Nothing is working. So technically, this is the best position you can be. Because now you have no attachment towards anything anymore. Nothing is working means everything has to be changed. Every bit of your behavior, every aspect that you have learned, everything is kind of useless, so they have to be changed. Yes? Imagine instead that you're at 80% or 90% and you want to reach 100% potential of your life. Yes? What is it exactly that you can improve? Yes? Finding, fine tune and, improve and tinker here and there. It will take a long time to figure out ways to improve something here and something there. Yes? But when everything is in ruins, it is good because you can now bring everything down and put new structures in. You have taught your mind, you have programmed it to live in misery. Now it is time to simply program it to live a better life. You don't necessarily have to become a billionaire, probably not even a millionaire, but how about you find ways to simply live by the system? Yes, not under the system, not under its rules, live by the system. Yes, because we see the crumbling of an old society and its old, stupid, worthless patterns. Yes, so times of change are all upon us. So the point is, why not seek to become whole again within you? All those thoughts that you're running away from, they just want to come back, like children that want to come back to their family after they have been abroad for a while. Yes? You are taught to fight against yourself. This is technically the same thing as cancer. A small little bit of you decides to fight against you, and it can actually spell you your doom. That is how most people live their lives in the first place. They fight each and every part of themselves. It's like they're freakingly, frantically playing a strategy game against 100 bots, and they're always on the lookout. They're always on alert. They're always overthinking, and it's just chaos within them, right? And then they're wondering why they fall ill so quickly. Yes? They wonder why they're always overthinking, because you're in reaction mode. You're in survival mode. That's the only reason why, or one of the main reasons why your hands and your legs are also cold. Because when you're in survival mode, the blood is deviated from those to help the organs survive. Yes, a lot of people who are overthinking and lost in survival mode, they have that as a trait. Yes. How about you become whole again? Because before wanting to date someone, how about you learn about yourself? Yes, embrace your fetishes, your problems, whatever you think is faulty. Embrace it and learn how to make use of it in a certain way. Learn how you can integrate it. Yes, or if you can't integrate it, at least do it more and more consciously. You will see it is going to fade slowly and surely. Yes, because all of your crazes, all of your fetishes, your habits and the such, you're doing them unconsciously. Suddenly a switch flips, you do it yet again, and then you're blaming yourself. Don't blame yourself. You have lived most of your life and you have invested energy and time into that problem. Yes, that is not a problem. That is just a sign that something is missing. And you have never had the guidance. You have never had someone to tell you, why is it that that is constantly recurring? And you have had only one single choice. Go through it. Yes, because that is the best thing you can do. If you have a fetish, a craze, or things like that, if you don't know how to counter it, obviously the only way to go through it is to simply go through it. Because fighting against it, right, will always make you even more perverted in that thing. Yes? And that will always spell your doom way faster. Yes? I've made videos about obsessions and what they are, what is the secret mechanic behind them. It's just one big video, and well, I have other small videos that talk indirectly, but I do have one or two videos specifically talking about this. And the point is, in life, seek to become a single being instead of a splintered, fractured being. Because when you are one, yes, now you can finally meet or hope to meet someone else. Yes, you call them someone, not some many, some fractured being. Yes, because two fractured people do not create two wholes. Yes, in general, they don't create even one single being. Yes, learn about yourself, learn about your flaws, read and discover anything that tips you. Yes, anything that annoys you, anything that troubles you, and in time you will become better. Yes, the better you become at understanding people, the better you will understand others as well, because the psyche and everything internal is the same within all people. It's just that it is a vast, almost an entire cosmos within the realm of psychology. Yes, it is there for everyone to learn. It's just there is one question. How willing are you to go through there? Yes, in my case, I simply cannot stop. There is always something new, a new border that I have to breach because this is my design. But everyone has to understand one thing. Don't blame yourself for whatever you're doing. You're doing the best you can each and every moment of your life because otherwise you would simply not exist. When you're tired, you can do a certain amount. When you're, happy, you can do a certain amount. You're always doing 100% of what you can. There is no wrongdoing in whatever you are doing for yourself and for others, because in the end, you're doing whatever you think you can do. There was never any guidance in your life. Yes? Whoever was there to tell you something. And even in the few cases when someone was, you are not ready for that. And you'd probably discard that. Yes? Hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness. You're appreciated, take care, enjoy life. This being said, Ferenc Board signing out.